Hello, everybody. It's David Trungale in the Golf Swing Analysis Group. I'm going to fly through as many swings for free as I can. My inbox is blowing up here, so if you want your swing reviewed, just send me a message. I'll do my best. But here we are. So we're going to start with Bennett Clark. He says, any suggestions? Well, let's take a look. Right away, I can say the camera angle is not from the proper down the line view. And then I would say your takeaway is way inside. Again, I'm not trying to be harsh, but I'm just going to be objective here because I really love the participation in all the posts. So we want to cover as much as we can. Up next, we have Chase Sturkey. Chase, I see your swing as coming, or it's arriving at a position where you're across the line at the top. Shot tracer is awesome. If you do this every single time, don't change a thing. But again, the swing is long and across the line, which requires a compensation to recover from. Up next, we have Kevin Troyanos. Kevin, you did film this from pretty far away. You're lifting the club up. Club face right here is really closed, and then it looks like you're coming down underneath the plane into out. That could be with that shut club face, pulls to the left. If the club face is open, into out, might be a block to the right. And again, forgive me with the pronunciation of names. We have Cybrand up next. He is asking what can be better. Well, I would say we want to get your left shoulder here matching the shoulder plane. So your lead arm, we should match the shoulder plane. So your arms are kind of low. And we're going to move on right away. Jesse Duncan, is my takeaway too short? Both shots are a pitching wedge. Well, let's take a look here. He likes to play a light fade. I like compact swings, Jesse, but let's take a look here. Okay, so you're coming in over the top. I could already see it. And again, just for the sake of time, I don't have time to draw lines. If you message me, I'll do my best here. But no, the swing is not too short, but you are coming in over the top. Tyler Garrett's. I just mentioned over the top. This is another classic example. So we need to be turning our body, turning our hips. The simplest drill is just to, again, put an alignment stick in the ground. You can get those at a Home Depot. The sticks that, you see that people put up in their driveways. I like to use a pool noodle. Can't speak apparently. That way, if you whack it, it's not going to damage the club or break the stick. Okay, Harry Ambrose. So a lot of good here, Harry. I'm trying to ask what you're just basically commenting this before and after from one swing. Okay, so you're not really asking for any help. That was definitely over the top before. You are coming out of your posture a little bit. Like if I watch the mouse here, if I mark your head, you're rising a little bit through impact, but nice job. Ben Davis, any tips? So here's the face on view, right? I was talking about. I would shorten the swing up, man. You are a little bit long. Like your arms are high, your hands are directly over your head. We want to get your hands over here. So we want more width, right? Create more width, and we also want to shorten the swing. All right, let's keep going. Here's Mr. Dom Caminiti. He is awesome. If you guys need help, make sure you told him that I referred him over to you because he's a superior coach. He's awesome. So really good stuff. Nothing needs to be said further. Dom knows what he's doing. Zachary, any tips you guys can give me looking to get better? Zach, again, I can't really see the full swing the way you filmed it. We really want to get the proper face on view. But again, driver, it looks like you're setting your weight on your trail side. You are going past parallel. That's my one piece right there. Boom. Shorten that swing up, kind of like the last one. The arms are buckling, the hands are above your head. You're not going to see tour players in that position very often. Mike, he's asking for help here. Any advice? 13.3 handicap, not much power. Yeah, I don't really see a lot of turning of the body. It's kind of like you're chopping down on it a little bit. So again, that would make sense. Next up, Elijah. So he's got a stick in the ground. All right. I like practicing with a purpose. Any advice? It looks like you're coming a little bit too far to the inside. So a drive or a sweeping motion, it's better to air that way. But like you're coming in way under the plane. I think you're correcting it okay, but again, ideally we want the hands and the club head to be intersecting at what we call P2. Uh, this is me. I did a video here. Okay, so Andreas, you got some AI footage, and this is a push fade. It's hard for me to see here. Okay, definitely you're lifting the club way up and looping it back. Again, look at Max Homa, Justin Rose, Tommy Fleetwood. I mean, they really don't make a backswing where they lift it above the plane like that. Tim Miltington, what do we got here? Struggling with consistency with the driver, relative beginner. Okay, you're new to the game. That's all right. So that's normal, Tim. Again, I'm trying to speed this up here. And again, if the videos are slow, I'm going to have to just keep going as fast as I can to cover a lot of swings. All right. Okay, so definitely crossed at the top. Again, crossed into right field. Yep, we can see it right there. So we want to get you more laid off at the top. Again, you have questions on any of this, just message me. Daniel Hardstaff. He posts a swing. I don't see any language or questions, but let's just see what's going on. Over the top for sure, a little steep coming down. Again, very common pattern. Okay, Lincoln Ransom. He says that I've been playing about 8 months, making some progress. What to work on? Again, you're kind of sliding. The way this is recorded, it's hard to see the backswing, so it's hard for me to see, but interesting footwork. Reminds me a little bit of Scheffler. Really good for 8 months. Again, hard to tell based on the camera angle, though. And we got, again, Mr. Dom Caminiti helping people out. That's awesome. Adam Kleinschmidt. Damn, I look good being bad. I have a two-way miss now, making it difficult to play. Happy Father's Day. Okay, so, you know, all right, we want to try and keep the language civil. It's all right, though, man. You're good. Let's see, Adam. What are you doing here? So I would move the ball position forward for sure with the driver. You don't have much width, so your right elbow is pinned to the body, and you're casting on the way down. So definitely wider, ball position more forward, and again, you're losing. You don't have much lag coming down. Robert, okay, this is just a question, not a video. Jonathan, so, okay, definitely flat, like crazy flat. Your left arm is below your shoulder plane, but that club is way behind you. If you had a wall anywhere near the vicinity, like 2 feet, 3 feet behind you, you'd be going right through the drywall. And then also, again, I can't emphasize this enough, the camera angle is not quite down the line. Okay, so Ross, Quenin, let's see what we got going on here. Help, any tips welcome, new to golf. Another over-the-top steep move. So again, pretty common theme there, right? You need to turn more. Again, that stick in the ground with a pool noodle can work wonders. Harry, we already talked about you. Kyle, wow, okay, over the top again. Again, I don't mean this in a negative way. I'm just trying to be objective, right? I got my own swing issues that it's not like my swing is perfect at all. Looks like you have some software here, so yeah, we want, yeah, these comments, come on guys, we want to be civil here. We don't want to be too harsh. Angela, man, what's going on? So Angela Bernard, any feedback? This is a pretty good job of the camera angle, right? This is, let's give Angela a pat on the back for getting the right camera angle. I notice you are locking your right leg like instantly, like the hips. So you're snapping that right knee. It's almost like hyperextending. So I'd work on fixing that. And you know, plane was a little vertical, but not bad. Angelo again, Kyle again. Okay, how about David Primac? I can't seem to fix my slice. Okay, let's yeah, he's aware he's coming in steep, but that club face is crazy open. So you could strengthen your grip. If that doesn't work, you can actually play with like minimizing the rotation in your forearms, but I would start with the grip, and then yes, you are definitely coming in and cutting across the ball. Harrison Peaster. Let's see what we got going on here. 12 handicap, not bad, right? Better than your average person. Any suggestions? Again, it looks like it's inside, slightly, a little crossy, and then a little steep coming down. Chris Schilling, help casting a bit, crunches up, follow through. How do I fix it? So Chris, casting, it's a consequence of a few things. If we can get your body moving with the pivot and turning better, that's kind of the main thing, but then also just holding on to certain angles with the wrist. So I don't know if you ever heard of like the impact bag. And with a driver, by the way, I think you guys know this, but this is so important. A driver, we want to hit up on the ball, so the release is actually a little bit sooner. The iron, we want to hit down on the ball, negative angle of attack. Okay, Blakey Pell, let's see here. Ain't been at it consistently. So your swing is, I think you could have more power. Your swing is kind of on the shorter side, which again, I don't mind a short swing, but if we were to draw a line, I just, again, don't have time to do it, but you're a little bit crossy. I can tell you're getting that club a little bit, again, on the cross side, which is disguised when the length is that short. But again, I'd rather err with a short swing than a long swing. Weston King, been playing for about a year. I'm hitting pretty consistently, just want tips. Okay, I can see something here, Weston. Again, with the driver, we want to load more weight into your trail side. So look at my mouse here. I'll check this out. Hopefully the video plays. Yeah, it's more of like we want to rotate the hips and pivot into your trail side, and you just get kind of a unique movement going on there with the lower body. And again, that left arm is buckling up a little bit on you. Nick Bessler, what do we have here? Still learning, thoughts on the swing. I've gotten some feedback already. Want to see what you have to say. So you're aiming like 40 yards right. This is alignment. I'm not going to talk about much more than alignment here. So alignment is so important because if you're aimed one way, your brain is going to have the club face or the plane reroute to compensate it. Unless you were trying to play some like massive hook in there, but I wouldn't recommend that long term. Shane Winter. Okay, ball looked like it flew pretty straight, but again, it looked like your right elbow was pulling behind you. And again, other people have had this issue. I mentioned the words across the line earlier. It looks like you were across the line from what I saw. Yep, for sure. A little crossy, even though the ball flight's nice. Yeah, shorten your backswing. Nice comment from Ron. Eli, any tips? So again, the camera angle, sorry, it's off. I don't want to be overly critical here, but it almost looked like, too, your backswing, you had a lot of weight stacked on your lead side. Yeah, it's like almost like a stack and tilt. I'm just personally not a fan of that movement. But again, your swing, there's certainly some good in here, right? I'm just kind of picking at it because you guys are asking for feedback. Wade Walker, any help? I don't think I can speed this up. I'm sorry. I just want to keep going and get a couple more here. Mario, all right, man, what's going on? Okay, right away, posture. I would stand farther away from the ball. It looks like, and I would work on your grip. But this seems to be more of a setup thing. That's what stands out the most. Logan Vagel. Sorry if I'm saying your last name wrong. Okay, takeaway looked pretty good. You're laid off and then actually getting in an interesting spot there. A lot of shuffler-like footwork. So club hits the hands. You're laid off there, but you're going to keep going. That elbow is behind you. The club face is shut. You make some nice compensations, but the ball flight looks really low for a driver. So I would surmise you are lacking what's called dynamic loft. Again, I can talk more about that if you message me. So Alec, again, another steep swing here. Again, over the top, out to in, coming in. Before anything, I was aiming right. That's why the ball went right. Well, here's your feet, and I'm just telling you that the club is coming on an out to in path relative to where your feet are aimed. All right, so guys, I'm going to stop. Merrill, your club face is very closed. Nice job of recovering and all that, but it was very closed and crossy. Again, just advice for consistency, right? I have tons of free content. This video has been going for quite some time, so I'm going to stop. And if you want me to actually break this down, like accurately draw lines, give you drills, all the above, again, send me a message. I really appreciate each and every one of you posting your swings. If there's one thing you take away from this, it's try and get the proper camera angles filmed, face on down the line. That way, whether it's me or other instructors in the group can give you optimal feedback.